I hope people see this. Like we just all just sit here, like not saying anything. Like,
Well, I mean, we have to give. We should be doing a memorial, moment of silence for one of the greatest of all time passing away.
well, you right.
You know what I mean?
You right. You right. I wholeheartedly agree.
Like,
I want Javon to write that obituary.
like R.I.P. New Jack, dude.
Yeah, Javon, like I need you to write that obituary for New Jack because that's gonna be very colorful.
Oh no! Off dome. Off dome.
New Jack is the greatest nigga that ever lived.
Oh,
That's all I got. R.I.P. Like he's the greatest. Like,
oh my god! Like he gets the forever invite to the cookout because he gonna always bring the forks, girl.
mm-hmm.
He's in heaven just forking people to death. Shit. I mean, so hey, it's Sunday, which is weird, everybody. Y'all get a Sunday show because we are lazy and we just wanted to combine everything together. So we were just like, yeah, we love our fans. So we're gonna get up on Sunday. I probably look like shit. It's okay though. I had to work last night, which is very weird and out of place. I don't like to work at night for anything. But somebody was on vacation, so I had to take their place in helping somebody. And I'm just like, no.
No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, apologies to all the fans and stuff, but we, Thursday got in the way a little bit. Obviously, my parents had their anniversary and stuff, so we took them out to eat. Well, at least I did, and stuff, and it was a nice time. So it beats sitting at a table with you, Marks.
Oh, god damn. Is that how we starting today?
We just a tad hostile, you know what I mean?
Wow. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the hardest part of the ring with your host, better than the best, Teron Bishop, always to my right and always ready to punch somebody in their motherfucking face. Tamina's baby daddy, Mr. Monday Night.
Yes.
And, we couldn't be here without the smooth sounds and talents of Hollywood, Jacoby. Oh, not the eyebrows. Oh, you can do the wave. Do the wave. They can see you do it.
Well.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Like we have quite a bit to talk about in this hour and some change that we're going to spend with our fabulous fans. So let's talk about it. Where are we going to start?
You want to give us a quick Raw update?
No.
Because no one
what?
Raw. Hey,
it's just Charlotte being a bitch. Which I love it.
I just need to know.
Like Charlotte, let's keep whatever's going on, let's keep it. And they keep just making her look hotter and hotter. The only problem is on the internet right now, people seem to have problems with they're trying to cancel Charlotte for some reason. Charlotte does photo shoots and fashion and stuff like that. And I think that fashion, just as a whole, can cross lines in culture, right? And some things look good on certain people. I don't think you should be canceled for fashion unless you're using it in a certain way. Which I just think it was a photo shoot that she did. That was, it wasn't bad. Javon, have you seen it? The photo, her in the do rag, not the do rag, Charlotte.
Charlotte wearing the do-rag.
she had on a head wrap, not a do-rag. She had on a head wrap, and she had on, I don't know if it's Mexican colors or it was a different color pattern. It might have been like an African color pattern. I can't remember.
And black women got mad, didn't they?
And people got mad. Yeah, most definitely. And I don't know if I could get mad about that. You know what I mean? It's fashion. We see people walk down the runway with all kinds of stuff, but we see people walk around the runway with trash bags. We see people walk down the runway with Sean John merchandise, and different African American influencers, have their fashion shows and things and such. We ain't seen people walk down the runway in a while, but But we've seen it. So I mean, I don't know what the problem is when somebody decides to, you know, wear an outfit that they like. If they spend their money on it and they're supporting whatever culture they're supporting, they're allowed to wear that outfit. As long as they ain't out here trying to act the part. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
People need to stop this cancel bullshit. Like I'm over it. Cancel. You cancel me. I don't give a fuck. You think I care? You know how many times I've been canceled, like in real life?
How many times?
A whole bunch. People don't like me for real, like, because I tell them the truth. And the truth is, y'all need to find something better to do with your time other than trying to cancel somebody. You ain't shit. Like, how about you take that same energy that you're trying to cancel people with and put it towards something positive, like making yourself a better person.
That's fair.
That's interesting, right?
That's the bottom line?
Yep.
What about Jinder Mahal?
Girl.
Oh.
Why are you wasting my time? Like we already 5 minutes into this show, and you are.
It's not me. It's not me. It's Papa Vince. It ain't me.
Girl, find somebody else time to waste. Okay, if you're gonna waste time like that, I'm just gonna scroll on my phone. Like, you know. Look, for real, seriously. How many? Okay, so we cancel. Here we go. We cancel the black faction, right?
Right.
And here we go. Insert next cultural faction. Haven't we done this before? Aren't we tired of this? Like, it's just it makes me angry.
Are you angry because it's him again?
But yeah, both. Like,
because I'm angry because it's him.
It's just like, yo, why does this man need a faction every time he comes out?
Right.
Let him run on his own.
He can't. He fucking can't. That's the thing, is that he can't, man. Like remember his title reign? He won on interference every single time.
If he really wanted to be juicy, just had that man. He was the person that should have been in the triple threat, not Braun Strowman. Like, if you really wanted to cause some heat, throw Jinder Mahal in that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's a story, because they're the last two members of 3-man band.
True.
We need to save that for SummerSlam. Gosh, y'all just want to throw everything, all the eggs into the basket early. No. Slow play. We're going to let Drew win the title back. Then we're going to have him get jumped by Jinder and his crew. And then bam, there it is. It writes itself. And then SummerSlam, we're going to put the belt back on Jinder, baby.
Oh my God. No. Get this guy out of here.
Is that cognac in the morning? Are we really brunching?
Yes. We are.
The answer was so fast. It was yes. I am committed to whatever this is. Let's go.
God damn it. All right, so I guess we move on from Raw to Tuesday.
Oh wait, we can't skip over Austin getting railed out by Rhea Ripley, because that
verb. That verb though.
That pin though.
Like, railed out. Oh God.
I was just like, oh, she's a top. Like, so like I was sitting in my chair. I was like, oh girl, like, okay, all right. Like, I feel sorry for your man, like, because you just climb on top of it, don't you? Fuck, all right, like,
you don't care.
I was just like, no, like, let's not do that. People, I bet you people was like at home, those perverted ones was cheering HLA, and on top of that, an Asian girl and a white girl. You know how y'all white people, let's just be real, Jake. Y'all like some nasty ass shit, okay? I'm afraid to go through Nate's browser. It's just, I don't want to know. You know what I mean? Every one of my white friends, like, I find out something about them that I don't want to know every day. And yeah, this is probably in their browser history.
Hey, you know what? Whatever, man. You know, to each his own. As long as there ain't no kid, I don't see what the problem is. You know what I mean? As long as there are no animals or kids, like you're good. You know what I mean?
Damn, that.
And
I
if it's
mean,
consensual, that's the third one. The third one, arguably the most important one. You know
what's
what I
the
mean?
third one? Oh, and the third one is what?
Consent.
Oh, so okay, so those the three lines y'all don't cross.
Right. If it's consensual, it's good. But if it's not consensual, there are animals involved, or if there's children involved, it's a no-go for me, Chief. All right, that's when we got a problem.
Are you speaking for all the white people or just yourself?
I'm speaking for decent folk in general, regardless of color. But yes, I mean, I can speak from white people's perspective, obviously.
Oh, okay, all right. Take it up for the white people. I love it. This is a first.
We're not all bad, you know? Not all bad.
I look.
Are you serious? Javon, of all people, are you serious?
Javon,
I can't believe
I
you let
white
him
man
bait you into
all
that
NBA
shit.
season. White man all
I
NBA
can't
season.
believe
That's
you
my-
now take you go sit here now take up for all white. Nope. Don't do it.
Javon.
Don't do it.
You love it, right? Like how I just bait people into shit. That's my job on that
boy.
show, is to bait people into traps. Sit here, watch them struggle as I squeeze them to death. Like, but Jake, I'm not gonna squeeze you to death. You don't deserve that.
Who struggled? Anyway, cool. So that was Raw. Now we can transition into NXT with T Bish.
Oh, NXT. What can I say? So for those that did not tune into NXT, there was a lot of moving parts that happened in this show. And I am still not sold on Karrion Kross being the champion. I'm not sold on his gladiator outfit. And the only thing I'm sold on is them voluptuous nails of Scarlett. Like, you know, just the nails. I'm not looking at anything else because, you know, it has to be consensual.
That's fair.
Okay, let's be fair. We looking at them titties. Okay, so that's what we are looking at. But all in all, NXT was a very even kill show, and I'm not going to bore you guys with a super long rundown. I just think, again, we talked about the championship match, and it's kind of funny that the championship match is not the highlight of the show. You know, your champion's the first person that you see, and then the first person that is representing the show. And it was okay. You know what I mean? What am I missing with Karrion Kross?
Nothing.
I probably ask this every week.
You hit the nail right on the head. I mean, he sucks. Well, not okay. Let me rephrase. He doesn't suck. He doesn't have the prowess to be on NXT because he's gonna get outworked by everyone on that roster. That's just the way it's constructed. But like on Raw, you can hide that with it being Monday Night Raw. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Javon, I don't know if are you a big fan of Karrion Kross?
I'm on the bandwagon.
What, like, why? For real? Like, I want to know, like, what is the missing piece, or what am I not just seeing, or what are we not seeing?
I think it's just the fact that he's in NXT. I don't think he's an NXT wrestler. I think he's more of a main roster person.
Mm-hmm.
Just like from the entrance and everything, like he's built for the main roster. He ain't built for NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not to say he couldn't thrive in it, but I just think like the way NXT is built, where it's really more about like the work rate and everything for real,
mm-hmm.
than the character. He's more character than work rate. He should have just went right to the main roster with that gimmick, the entrance and everything. He would have been perfect. But I think being in NXT is like, and having him now have to go out there and wrestle these like 15, 20, 25-minute matches that are completely different than something he would wrestle on the main roster anyway, is kind of exposing his skills. Because the entrance is fine, the character's fine, even him talking is okay. You know, it's like, it's just once then he wrestles, it's like, ew, you know. And yeah. I just think if he was on the main roster wrestling that slower style and everything, he'd be perfect. We wouldn't have a problem with him.
I agree. Jake, you just want a fan from the beginning. Like, you were completely against this.
I dig the entrance, but I wasn't really a fan of Kross coming into WWE. So And then he got that monster push, and I was like, yo, like, he ain't Drew Galloway. You know what I mean? He's not this guy. He's not just gonna come in and change the game. He's not gonna change the landscape of this stuff. And they're acting like he is. And I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's like, if it wasn't for Scarlett, he would just be cookie cutter. He'd basically have the same gimmick as Lars Sullivan. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. He'd have a combination gimmick of Lars Sullivan and Aleister Black. But Scarlett's the only thing that makes it different.
Let me tell you something. If Aleister Black was in Karrion Kross's position, we would be having a whole nother conversation. Straight up.
Big facts.
Like, because he's beast mode. Like, I love him. Especially right now, that gimmick. No, I'm not gonna steal somebody's thunder. Somebody else will be talking about SmackDown. So here's the thing. We had a match with MSK and Breezango, and that shit to me was fire. I enjoyed the whole match from the ringing of the bell to the end. However, the internet, some wrestling professionals had a problem with the referee spot. Your guys' thoughts? Did you get to see it? It was highlighted across the internet. No?
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it, Jamar?
Yeah.
Why is people so tight about what happened with the referee?
Because it's WWE.
I thought it was cool, right? It was different.
Yeah, like I've seen that spot before. It's like it's happened years and decades. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't never have a problem with it. I just think it's because it's WWE. Then people want to shit and complain. That's it.
Right.
Because if Aubrey did it in AEW, y'all they'd be creaming themselves over it. So
right. So look, referee, just to kind of catch everybody up, if you didn't get to see it, America, referee was in the middle of the fight. They were fighting, right? Irish Rip to the ropes. Member of MSK bounces off, I think. Well, one of the teams bounced off the ropes. The referee leapfrogs. The guy comes back. The referee falls down. The guy has to jump over him, and then bam, it's a punch, right? So the referee had a very athletic spot. Instead of moving out of the way, he just kind of was a part of the match, which I thought it was very cool, and it was on brand for MSK, right? It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be crazy, and crazy things are going to happen. What people fail to realize is most referees are WWE performers.
Right.
They can wrestle.
Right. Remember Brad Maddox?
Yep. They can wrestle. That's what they're there, and they didn't get their shot at wrestling at the moment. So they are now referees for the time being until a spot comes open or whatever may have you. So I thought the spot was very fun. It was on brand with MSK. The people need to shut the fuck up.
Fair
enough. Pete Dunne with Orny Lorcan, and that was a match against Leon Ruff. I mean, nobody cares.
Right. Who is that again?
Who is that? We also got
when is Ruff getting a faction?
Ooh.
Oh.
Who?
Ruff. Yes. Now fuck all that. If Swerve gets a faction, I'm gonna need Ruff to become P. Diddy and start his own fucking faction.
You're asking.
That's what I need.
You're asking too much. We've
No, I'm not.
We can only have
not.
one black faction in WWE.
You just gave me Death Row Records. Now I need Bad Boy, and I need them to feud. This shit needs to end in War Games or Survivor Series. Give Ruff a faction.
And just like it did with Sugar.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Somebody needs to get shot. That's what needs to happen. The big dude needs to get shot. There it is.
Devon, it's not enough black people. What do you mean?
Yeah, it is. Hold on. Fuck. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Hold on.
Bring Dio
Can't use the New Day. Can't use the Street Profits. Fuck, I need them. They fit right perfect. I can't use Ember. Shit.
Could you use
damn
Karen?
You
use Black Karen.
Black Karen cannot be used. She is.
I can switch.
No.
I think I can switch. I think if I change her hair color and switch it up, I can make her the little Kim of the group. Okay, that gives me her. That gives me Kim. Okay, I just need to find a Mason, a Biggie.
They ain't doing shit with Shelton.
Nah, Shelton.
Okay. This is
Yeah,
going.
you know, you're right. We got to hire more Black people. There's some in developmental. They got to be. Where's the performance center? All those people there.
When's Willie Mack's contract up? There you go.
There we go. Boom. There it is.
Biggie of the group.
Look. So with that being said, we have a new faction, right? New African American faction, first African American faction in NXT, Hit Row Records, with Isaiah Swerve Scott, Ashanti the Adalis, B-Fab. We didn't think that through. And Top Dollar. Like, can we just stop at B-Fab? Can we just stop there? Oh.
I love it.
It sounds like a finishing move for Jake Atlas before he signed with WWE.
Right. Absolutely. Look, I am a fan of this faction. For some reason, I feel it, right? Like okay. I'm attached to it. This is going to be very interesting. I think Javon put it best. I think they have the right personalities. They done tried this 1,000 times, but it comes down to the personalities in the group. And I think at this point that they found a perfect blend of personality to make this work. So it's very interesting to see how far this goes or if this fizzles out in a couple of months. I hope not, though. They look strong. They got all the right pieces. That football player don't need to wrestle. Like, sit your ass down somewhere. You just be the muscle. I don't want to see you in a match by yourself because it's going to be real boring. Just like you. Straight up. And then we have the Cameron Grimes Chronicles with Ted DiBiase.
Yes.
Look, y'all wanted it. You got it. The only thing that's missing from this mix is Virgil. We'll get there, hopefully one day.
I'm praying on that.
Kushida put some shoes on, which is thank God. And he wrestled Escobar.
He won though.
Huh?
So he won though.
As long as he won with some shoes on, I don't give a shit. Probably to me, honestly, I'm gonna put it on the table. Match of the night.
Oh,
yeah. Match of the night. Like
I
those
agree.
Boys tore the house down. You can't. I don't even know what to watch the fucking match. I don't want to spoil it for you. If you ain't seen it, go back and watch it. If you skipped it, watch it. Look,
now you're on the Escobar train. You know what I mean?
They had a good match.
Okay.
So look, here's a disappointing thing, and this is why I want to stop and have. Raquel had a match as well, which, it was with Mercedes.
I thought Mercedes was your girl. Told you.
You know, that's how I felt through the whole match.
She's just Cassius Ono, dude. That's
right.
All she is.
Oh no. But look, this is why I want to pause and have a really deep conversation. We need to talk about Kyle O'Reilly and the sinking boat that he is on. The Orny Loken match. Orny Loken. He went against Orny. Look, that match was trash. It was not good. Like, I was
crazy because they're both really good.
I was bored. I wanted way more hard-hitting action. Cal's personality, they need to fucking open a box of cereal, bitch, and find him one because he does not have it right now. The gimmick is not it. Bringing Bobby Fish out to save the day ain't helping his fucking cause none at all. Where did we go wrong with the golden boy, Kyle O'Reilly? Because we flash back 90 days ago and we were a fan. I still was a fan, but we could see this guy carrying a belt. Is he's been exposed? Does he need Undisputed Era? Is he only truly a tag team wrestler? Your thoughts?
I don't know, man. That's such a good question because to me, you know, I was on the Kyle train to where I thought he could be the biggest babyface in NXT. And this guy currently isn't it. You know, we've been pretty honest thus far with this whole like post Adam Cole era for him, and it just hasn't worked so far. Do I think that he's a tag team wrestler? I mean, obviously he can. We've seen him do it for years, but he deserves a singles push, but he deserves better than this. And I think it has to lie with the gimmick itself. Like, because he was rolling with the gimmick of I don't need Undisputed Era, this kind of thing, and it worked for him. And he was just kicking people in the face, and basically just that was it. You know what I mean? Like everything was leading up to Cole. Now he doesn't really have that direction. He hasn't really stated like a mission statement. You know what I mean? He's not like I want to be North American champion or I want to be NXT champion. It's just kind of like I don't want to be associated with UE anymore. But then again, here comes Bobby Fish. I don't know. So like I feel like the back doesn't really know what to do with him either.
When the biggest talking point is return of old ass Bobby Fish, please don't get me wrong. I love Bobby Fish, but Bobby Fish, you blow on him wrong, and he's hurt. You know. But when the biggest talking point of the whole entire match is Bobby Fish return, there's a problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Javon, how do we get out of this situation with Kyle O'Reilly?
Oh, we're fine. We'll let it ride. He's okay.
Wow.
Still championship material?
Hmm?
Still championship material?
Sure, it's NXT. Why not?
Yikes.
I mean, it's not like I'm putting the WWE title on the guy or the Universal title. I'm putting the NXT title on him. Sure. I could throw that title on anybody for real, for real.
Oh shit. Damn. Is it just that expendable?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who they
and it's no disrespect to the NXT title, but it's like literally I could sit here and you could sit there and throw the NXT title on anybody. It could work. I could put it on Loomis right now. It could work. We could make it work.
Right.
I could put it on Cameron Grimes. I could make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you ask the WWE champion, hell no. Nah. I wouldn't put it on neither one of them. Like, no. But
I think Grimes could be WWE champion.
Now? No.
No, but in 2 years.
Let him grow up. Let him grow up a little bit. Grimes got it. Grimes. It's so funny how they just let his personality go. Right. And I think it's maybe what Kyle needs. Kyle needs to just let whatever his personality is, his natural like quirk, just let it go.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it just depends on what that personality is. Like the problem with Cameron Grimes is he's entertaining as fuck, but he's leaning in towards comedy character territory.
Right.
Where, you know,
right.
It's gonna be he's leaning more towards R-Truth territory than champion territory. And I hate for him to get like move up to the main roster and he's stuck there in the 24/7 shit.
Right. Well, that's the problem that we learned in the Talk is Jericho with Moxley, where Moxley said that the second Vince found out he was funny, it was over for him.
Right.
Like, rap for him, because as soon as Vince can find out you can do comedy, he's gonna have you do fart jokes on the main roster. And unfortunately, I can see a timeline where that plays out for Grimes, where he gets up there and he's just got some shit gimmick or some, you know, to be some kind of like fart joke gimmick, and that's it for him. You know, only hopes is like a U.S. championship.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's his saving grace is again, he's young as fuck. So like,
right.
It's still like he's only like 24, I think. So it's like he got decades and stuff to go, you know. But it's like for right now, yeah, he's leaning right towards like you're a straight comedy character, my guy, and that's where we're gonna keep you.
So with that being said, that wraps NXT for the week. All in all, again, they had a very solid show for Tuesday. I enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing through and through. I didn't have a problem. Solid wrestling.
Okay. That was NXT Bish.
Oh, wow.
I kind of you know, whatever. Now we're gonna fast forward to Wednesday night, which I need to talk to you guys about this. So we're coming off of the end of Winter Soldier and Falcon, right? Where the American symbol has changed to Anthony Mackie's Falcon character, right? Well, in AEW, we have a new American Dream,
Mm,
and he's gonna wrestle against the guy from the UK
mm.
at Double or Nothing. And let me ask you guys, would you buy Cody Rhodes as the next Captain America? Is this the next John Walker? Ron's taking a walk. Because for me, that ain't it. Like, that ain't it. That's not what I want. What I
I
want,
got a message on my phone I need to attend to.
what I want from Cody Rhodes is to take out QT Marshall in some blood feud match, not this.
I had to watch Casey Catal get put through a door. You know what I mean? Like that's that is entertainment. Like you know what I mean?
All I'm saying is that he genuinely, that just wasn't it for me. You know what? That just wasn't it for me.
Javon, do you want to start and I just piggyback, or do how do you want to go about this? I will follow whatever lead you want.
Look, y'all man sat there.
He said,
y'all
yeah.
man. I want y'all to know this. Y'all man
Wow.
sat there and went from being colorblind to acting like his biracial baby is some big sign of how far we've come in, how far we've come. It's like my guy, like shut up.
Right.
All he had to do was come out and say, hey, you sucker punch me, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's it. That's all I needed. I didn't need all this other stuff. I didn't need all this if you don't love it, leave it type stuff. Like, it's 2021, bro. Like, he's from England. Like, my damn, really?
Right,
We
like
telling England get the hell out now? Okay.
This feud carry over 400 years? Question mark. Like,
Jeez, like y'all, that whole, you know what, both, let's be real, both of them weird as fuck. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We probably never gonna get them on the show, so I don't give a fuck. They both weird as fuck. Like,
Cody and Brandy?
yeah, she weird as fuck too. Like, she be acting like being a black woman married into a white man family is such an accomplishment. Like,
Yeah, it's a
like ain't nobody ever done this shit before. Like, get out of here.
What's the old saying there? You know, white man got good credit. You know.
Yes, like,
First of all, hold on, let's go for real. Without this motherfucker here, Daddy Disney's credit would not be where it is right now, bitch. So let's keep it 1,000%. Not all white men got good credit. Save that motherfucking shit. Like, save it. Javon, are you done? Can I speak now? Are you good?
does he realize that Anthony's black? Has he caught that part yet? Like, I'm just trying to figure this shit out. If he look at him and think he has a tan, like, get your mans, y'all. Y'all get your mans. 3-star Cody, get him.
So look, this is me. This is who I am. First of all, gay. First of all, in a interracial relationship. Third of all, we'll probably one day have a white baby or a black baby, and one of us gonna have to deal with the backlash of whatever, right? Like, look, at this point, get in the ring and wrestle, motherfucker, as best you possibly can. Stop trying to stand on some soapbox and be some fucking American hero, because you are not. It's so many people here fighting the good fight in a better way. Like, for you to, I didn't get it. It was so tone deaf. Like, it had no place. It was a promo for a different moment, for a different like person that he was competing against. If he would have just put that promo in his pocket and saved it for a later date, or for somebody that it mattered on, that it made sense, then I would be okay. Just like Monday Night said, this dude, did you miss the box where he checked black? The dude is black. He's another black man. Like, so look, man, you are the U.S. agent. You are the U.S. agent before the U.S. agent had his redemption turn.
True.
At this point, Cody Rhodes is now solidified that he is 3-star Cody. Like, it's done for me. And Miss Brandy, like Javon said, I look at some of those promos and I look at when she speaks, and look, man, like, you like a sister, like, you out here representing. You like one of the top sisters out there.
Since
I
when?
ain't, huh?
Since when?
No, I'm just let me get my point.
Hey.
You a sister. Like, get out there and represent. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you got to get some box braids and start eating church's chicken. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you have a platform to elevate other sisters. You know, like, and for you to, and I can't remember, was it a promo or article I read? But I read that same article or hear that promo or whatever that Javon talking about. And the way she carries it is just like she's accomplished something for marrying a white dude. Like, and that's not the point. You marry who you want to marry, regardless of who their color is. And marrying somebody for status is some fucking third world country bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not, you don't do that.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't promote that to other young little girls that's watching you. You know, like, does that make sense to y'all?
Yeah.
Like that idea of you have to marry somebody with status, or you have to marry somebody white to get somewhere, or with a lighter skin color to get somewhere. That's fucked up. I'm not about that life. I didn't marry Daddy Dissy because he was going to help my motherfucking credit. This bitch was together before he met that. If anything, you know what I mean? Like, T-Bish helped upgrade him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't get that mentality. I don't get it. And it upsets me. This whole like situation, the whole promo, the Rhodes family right now, like, I'm excited for this baby because it's gonna be cute as fuck. However, other than that, like, this whole situation just left a sour taste in my mouth. That promo should have been put in his pocket. It should have never came out of his mouth. His heart, I will say this because I'm not gonna hit him in the face with a baseball bat. I'm gonna say that his heart was in the right place, right? I understand what he was trying to do. It was just not the place to do it. Point blank, period.
You're fine. Moving on to the devastating news. We kind of alluded to that this was on the wall last week when we talked about Scorpio Sky, but now we can wave goodbye to SCU. Fellas, are we going to miss the tag team of Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian in AEW?
I got one better for you. Was the thank you and I love you spot disrespectful, or did you enjoy it?
No, it was disrespectful as fuck, but I would have enjoyed it as well. It was a little bit of both. And that's what I liked about it, was like, fuck you. But at the same
right, the thank you, I love you. I was just like, oh, like, are we pulling this out?
Well, Shawn Michaels' doc drops tonight, right? So ever aware are they?
It was, I mean, I guess it was on brand. I didn't really think it was, I was shocked. Like, I was like, okay, this is what we doing?
Given how they've been playing Brian Pillman Jr. all week, I'm not surprised by this at all. Like I don't know.
They've been hitting that motherfucker in the face with a shovel, dude.
All I'm saying is, if BPJ gets pinned on Wednesday, it's over for him. It's over for this dude.
So I guess what I'll add into this match here was, the whole thing was, I mean, it was a great swan song for Christopher Daniels, other than him fucking up his own signature move, right?
True.
However, the blood, planned or accidental?
Who knows with them?
Like, with All Elite Wrestling, you never know.
They love their blood.
I just rather had a clean, like, match. Like, I could have went without the blood. That was unnecessary.
Yeah.
It didn't add anything to the match.
It normally doesn't for them, because it's all gratuitous. You know what I mean? Like when Cody bled out versus Dustin, did it do anything for the match? No. Did it make the hug afterwards weird? Yes. And unsanitary. It just never does anything for me. I don't know. Don't get it twisted. Like, I don't know. There are some blood spots that work, like historically, like Hart versus Austin at WrestleMania 13. That worked. You know, Ric Flair blading constantly in TNA never worked for me. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't. It either works or it doesn't. And in this case, for me, it didn't work because it wasn't necessary. If this was the out for Christopher Daniels, then that was the out for Christopher Daniels, and that's what it should have been. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm glad that we'll get some more Frankie single stuff, and that now officially Scorpio Sky has no ties to them. Now he's full into this all ego thing with Ethan Page, and it'll be fun for them. But we need to backtrack to the beginning, because while we talk about the disrespect of the Young Bucks, we can talk about the full respect and honorable ending to the Moxley match for the NJPW US Championship, wherein afterwards the US champion was so humble that Moxley ended up bowing after the match, which I thought was really cool, because you don't see that kind of like honor and respect in the US. So I thought that was cool that he brought that over, you know, for this match and in defending that title. So I was a big fan of that match. I thought it was awesome. Everything about it. It wasn't my match of the night, but we'll get there.
Oh yeah, like, but look, man, it brought something over to America that Americans really don't get to see a lot of, right? Which is that old school Japanese style of wrestling. And Yuji, what did you expect? You know what I mean? Like, it was gonna be like one of those hard hitting matches. It was gonna be super entertaining. It was gonna be that Japan pace style of wrestling, and Moxley did well too. Like, I like how he can switch his styles up. You know, because he didn't wrestle the Moxley style.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. He switched it up. He switched it up, and I don't know. I found that impressive. I found that to be one of the most impressive things that he's done for me, because you know he was trying to put over that little armbar finisher for a while there, and I wasn't really a fan. But if he can take this character and apply it to AEW, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the title back by the end of the year. You know what I mean?
So
Please,
why is,
don't.
go ahead. But yeah, I agree with Bob. But why is the IGP US championship still in the wins in America with Moxley? Like, is that the olive branch? Like, I don't understand why that belt has not moved, and it had plenty of opportunity.
Because the US title.
Right.
Keep it in the US.
So you keep it in the US, and you keep it on a stateside show for exposure. So this is a moneymaker move.
Yeah, it's just for exposure for them. Because if not, then who watches the NJPW show, the USA show?
Nobody. Like, I don't.
So you could take the title off of them and put it on one of the guys up there. They got some credible guys that could put it on there, but ain't nobody gonna know about the title then.
Right.
At least you keep it credible and keep it on TV, you know, for it to work. That's all.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how long Tony Khan money is. Wild thing.
That's the only thing I cared about that whole Moxley match, was just the music. That's it.
Wow.
Once the music was over, I was done.
I just like how they kept panning over the former. They had a couple of US champions in the, like, they had what's his name? Jesus Christ, I can't think. Murder Hawk was there. He was watching the match.
Oh, Lantern.
They were sprinkling the US champ. They talked about Cody. They talked about Kenny, obviously. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool as well. It's fun to see the belt over here. I don't have a problem with it. I think if that's the case, Devon, to your point, if they want exposure, that belt needs to be represented more. Like, it needs just to be out there.
Yeah.
Just like the NWA Women's Championship. It just needs to be like out there. If that's the purpose, I want to see more of it.
True. Well, let's transfer over for this, and we go to the Pac versus Orange Cassidy controversy. So it was obvious after that bomb from Pac that Cassidy was out. So it was called a no contest, right? And now Kenny has to defend the AEW championship in a 3-way at Double or Nothing. And I guess my question to you guys, and we'll get to this obviously, you know, in 2 weeks from now in the go home show before Double or Nothing, but are we excited right now for that? Or is Orange Cassidy just in that match to take the pin?
Just to take the pin.
That's what he is. He's pin fodder.
Yeah, because I don't see Pac taking the pin over Cassidy. Like,
No, I mean, you're right.
Does Kenny Omega?
This is AEW. As high as they've been on Orange Cassidy, who the fuck knows, for real. Like,
right, that's what I'm about to say. Does Kenny Omega even need to beat a belt to be the tyrant anymore?
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, because like it'd be weird for him to be like, well, I'm the greatest wrestler of all. I'm the god of wrestling if I don't have the AEW title.
And neither one of these guys is the guy that should be beating Kenny Omega for the AEW title.
Who's that guy?
You don't
It's
think
still Hangman. It's still Hangman.
Hmm.
It's still him. He's the guy. Like,
but his character doesn't really seem to care about titles right now. He just
you
wants
got to build. You still got to build towards it. You got time. Still got to build towards it.
Right.
You think Heyman is the man? Like, I just at this point, the way they've been booking him, I see what you're saying. On paper, yes, but the way they've been booking him lately, and the way they've been showing him off, yeah, I don't.
But all it takes is one attack on the Dark Order, and I think that Hangman Page flips that switch and goes into ass kick mode. You know what I mean? All it takes is the Bucks to come out and take out, Uno, or take out Cabana, or take out John Silver. You know what I mean? And Hangman comes out to make the save, and from that point on, it's a rampage, basically like Wolverine. You know what I mean? Just going through people. Which I would be totally about that life, because that'd basically be like the closest thing to Steve Austin we've had since Shark Boy. So,
it's unfortunate that Pac won't take home a singles championship in this match. Like, I like Pac. I always have.
But he's also kind of in limbo right now, because he's like both. You know what I mean? He's with Death Triangle, and he just doesn't seem to. He's a main eventer, but unfortunately, where he is right now, there's just a main event title for him to hold. You know what I mean? Because I mean, he could be great in a TNT fight, but it seems like, and we're gonna get there eventually, but it seems like that's gonna be held for a while now too, or at least I hope so. But
well, remember that Pac and Kenny have Flint to ignite a fire. Like, you know what I mean? They have a lot of history that we still haven't got the payoff for, like that happened before the pandemic. So, I don't know. I wish they would have just. Why is Orange Cassidy there then?
Just to take the pin.
I would have just had Pac take the pin in. Fuck it.
But they want to protect Pac for a bigger match, moving forward as a main eventer, because we go through the main event every week almost, and it never seems like there's truly one person out there that can take him on. So you have Cassidy take the pin. That way you can work on Pac coming back on Wednesday and be like, oh, well, I never got pinned. This, and that. Where's my shot? One-on-one, mano-a-mano. And who knows what'll happen.
He'll still lose.
Well, yeah. But it'll be fun in the meantime. Let me ask you guys this, though, because I mentioned Steve Austin in my last little rant there. We had a beer truck spot, and it did not work for me.
Why not?
No, AEW was ran by fans. Now you know. It just didn't fucking work for me. And on top of that, too, Jericho's hurt. So you're gonna have him in the Stadium Stampede match at Double or Nothing in a sling. Granted, it's a cinematic, but they could make it a cinematic, but dude, I don't know, man. Stadium Stampede last year almost killed Matt Hardy, or 2 years ago almost killed Matt Hardy.
I'm gonna say this. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. It is way too early for another Stadium Stampede match. You are taking the prestige away and the excitement away from the match to have it back to back like this. The last one was like, oh my God. Like we were like floored by it. For us to double down and do it again this year, like I don't know if I'm about that life. So I'm not happy with the Stadium Stampede match. I'm not really too thrilled about the stipulation as well.
Yeah, right. No inner circle.
It doesn't do anything for anybody. It breaks up the inner circle. Then what? We got more singles wrestlers with nothing to fucking do. So, right. It's the Pinnacle, the top team right now. Do I enjoy the aesthetic of the Pinnacle? Watching them in the ring on Wednesday, looking at that spread of guys, they're gonna be something to really fuck with, like for real. I do believe in the Pinnacle.
Right. For them to lose, you know what I mean, in the Stadium Stampede to protect the Inner Circle. It just doesn't seem like that's the move either. I don't know.
Correct. So, but for me, the Stadium Stampede match, just to my earlier point, why are we doing it again, like just so quickly? That's
Well,
that.
I'm gonna take it a step further. Like, I don't understand why we're doing it and we just did War Games.
Right.
Like, what was the point? Like, War Games was the match, was a bad enough match, you know what I'm saying? Was a big enough match that you should have waited. Like, if your plan was to do a Stadium Stampede match, then why you should have held off War Games. War Games should have been honestly the last match of the feud. The blow-off match should have been War Games because you never had one.
Right.
So it would have made it that much more important, that much more special. To do War Games and now turn around like just like 3 weeks later, or the next, when's the next pay-per-view for them? Like 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's on the 20th, or it's on the 30th.
So about 3 weeks later, now you're doing the Stadium Stampede, which now you're trying to tell us is more important than Blood and Guts. Okay. And you're doing this as the blow-off? That's crazy to me. Like,
yeah,
it's not a good financial.
You could honestly save Stadium Stampede to the end of the year and just separated both groups. You could have sold the Jericho injury longer. You could have sold it longer. The fact that you really didn't sell it but a week, and you're already building to another match is like, it's like a real rush job of the whole feud, and it ain't doing the feud any justice. It's like it's going to be over just as soon as it started.
Well, my thing too, to kind of add on to that, is that they gave us War Games for free, and my thing is, you could have given us War Games inside Daly's place at Full Gear in November or at All Out in September,
right?
And I would have totally bought it because it would have been the first time you've done War Games, or you could have made War Games a staple at Full Gear. Because Full Gear doesn't have a staple right now. It's not like, it's not like it doesn't have like a special match. Like Double or Nothing has like the what is it, the buy-in, and then All Out has like something else too. So and then you get Full Gear could be their War Games pay-per-view, but they gave it to us for free, and I didn't see the long term in that either. You know what I mean? It just
there was none. That reeked of like some, let's get these ratings.
Yeah.
Let's pop a rating. Let's do this War Games and pop this rating, when it should have been, let's make this money.
Right. Blood and Guts,
pay-per-view.
Believe it or not, Blood and Guts could have been its own thing.
No,
why is Blood and Guts not its own like pay-per-view itself? Like you know what I mean? Like it could have been just a pay-per-view surrounded by that being the end match, and they would have been good.
Yeah.
Put 7 other matches on the card, and you'd have been all right.
Big facts. Yeah.
It's not the people that's in the situation that's the problem. It's the way the booking. I agree with Javon. They were not thinking about making money. They were thinking about popping ratings, and now we're in a very peculiar position as a fan. Because again, just like Javon said, I feel that now the Stadium Stampede is more important than Blood and Guts.
Right.
And if
what's the stipulation on this one?
The Inner Circle break up.
Right. Inner Circle.
If they lose,
yeah,
then they're winning.
That's what I'm saying is like, well, can Pinnacle afford to take a loss here?
You're gonna have to,
unless it's a no.
Because here's the problem. Because here's the thing. What other because I don't think you break up the Inner Circle now unless you got plans for the rest of them. For real. Like, unless you're gonna start, what you gonna do with PNP? You gonna send them after the tag titles? Probably not. What you gonna do with Sammy? You gonna send them after the TNT title? Maybe. Jake Hager's just gonna be there.
Right, exactly.
And then I don't know where you run with Chris Jericho unless you put him on commentary.
But they can't put him on commentary until JR retires. That's the issue that I'm having.
And it's like, what do you do? I think that if that's the stipulation, they're going to win because the Pinnacle don't have to break up, right? If they lose, right? It's just the Inner Circle.
Right.
Yeah, so Inner Circle will win. They'll take that L. They won War Games, so hey, get your win back, 50-50 booking.
A waste of 2 big matches. And then I go back and think about, as you were talking, Javon, I was thinking about if Blood and Guts was the second pay-per-view, the ending would have meant more.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, let's go into a more brighter note. Our man's Miro got a title. Got a title.
Thank God, man. He stopped being somebody's best man and he's fucking put the controller down.
He got his title. It paid off, right? Now he leaves WWE and is now the face of TNT. But here's my thing. Here's my problem, right? My problem with the entire thing is that my man's wins. He wins. Darby does everything. Darby throws his body to the fucking wall, right? Doesn't matter. Miro still wins, does his thing, is what it is. Lance Archer comes out afterwards, so he can't even celebrate. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, first of all, we're going heel for the next one. But two, like, I don't think it did anything for me because Miro could have just, you know what I mean? He could have just kept beating on Darby Allin and then it could have just cut to black or did whatever. You know what I mean? It just didn't, him coming out with Jake Roberts didn't do anything to me. Like, it didn't do anything for me other than being like, okay, they're going to go at it now. But it didn't let it like settle in that Miro's won a title.
Right.
So I'll take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. Stop. Why does fucking Lance Archer always show? He's like a fucking roach. He always shows up all the time in situations he don't even belong in. Company over, here come the roaches. You turn the lights on, here come the roaches. Like, motherfucker, like, no, bitch. But nobody wants to see you win any type of championship. Go sit your ass down and shut up. I'm not a fan at all of the Murder Hawk monster. So stop throwing him in situations he don't belong in. Oh, let me pick a fight with Sting. Oh, let me pick a fight with Miro. Oh, let me pick a fight with Darby Allin. Pick a fight with the fucking catering department, bitch, where you belong.
Damn. What about, but without him, you don't get Jake the Snake promos.
Okay, send him to catering too, and make sure you puree all of his shit so he can eat it.
Oh my God,
bitch! I'm over it. Like, I'm over it before
the molested Brandy Rhodes with his snake, bro.
Right. I'm over it. I'm over the whole thing. Let that man celebrate his victory. Right. He had a long road. Miro has a long road. Being one of the top gimmicks in the WWE, you know, like with the Miro Day, being told that his shirts don't sell more than, who was it, Roman Reigns, and they actually did.
Yeah,
you know,
like that. Yeah.
The man got a chance to really do his thing, and now he a face of a fucking network. Let's just go. Let the man have a moment. And honestly, I don't think that Rusev should be, after he beats Darby Allin ass, I think he should calm it down and let's find a way to go back to Miro Day or find another like a good gimmick for him to roll in with. I don't want to see him as bad Rusev. And now that I've seen Rusev Day, I want to see that guy because that's the fun guy. That's the guy that we enjoy, and that's the guy we fell in love with.
Well, maybe this Archer thing will turn him into a face. Who knows?
Nah, Archer's the face.
Ugh, don't do that.
We need Miro to be the bad guy. So when Jungle Boy beats him, I
mean, I agree.
Wow, y'all.
Jungle Boy will jump. That belt doesn't need to stay on somebody for like months and months and months. That needs to be a title that enhances your champion. Well, your next idea for a champion. Can we see Rusev move forward to the championship, to the AEW champion? No.
Huh? I think face Rusev could carry the AEW title.
We're talking right now, right? No.
Future. I'm saying
that. Ask me again about a year.
Yeah,
I'll see how the landscape is. If Christian got his title shots yet, then you know. Sting got his run.
Oh my God, bro.
No.
God.
If Andrade comes over and he ain't got his run yet, because you know.
Jeez.
If Tessa gets her run, like I gotta make sure, like he's gonna fall on that totem pole once everybody start really coming.
Once Moose gets that title run,
yeah. Once Daniel Bryan comes over with Chad Gable, then hey, yeah, got to get his run too.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna end up on Dark shit.
Oh my God. Oh,
elevation.
Oh my God. This guy right here.
Impact.
All right. Well, let's transfer this before the nonsense continues to SmackDown. But I want to preface all this because we need to backtrack to that Matt Riddle therapy session because that shit was fire, and they need to do more of that. Like way more.
Or Raw.
Yes, bro. I said we need to backtrack to that session. That's
Yeah, that like for real, no joke. That Matt Riddle. Look, if you haven't seen it, everybody go just Matt Riddle therapy session. Please watch it. It's fucking ridiculous.
Bro,
If there's one thing WWE always gets right, is therapy sessions. They got this one right. Daniel Bryan and Kane was good.
Right.
The Bailey one was good. They get the therapy sessions right. Like whoever writes those, good job. You deserve a raise.
All I'm saying is that she was not taking any of his mess. Okay, she was not about that. Like,
No, she was shut his shit down.
right.
And you can see parts like where he wanted to laugh and
Yeah.
she wanted to laugh, which was so. It made the session even better, like because they were getting each other, like and they couldn't laugh because part of the. Oh, it was good. I laughed at the whole thing. I really enjoyed the fuck out of that. I really did.
She said, "And we are out of time." Oh, sucks. We are out of time.
Oh shit. One thing on AEW that we need to keep an eye on is Thunder Rosa.
Oh my God, here we go. Bro,
No,
I skipped it for a reason. It's a throwaway, bro.
no, not even a match. Like her power storyline right now, and her AEW storyline, they're gonna clash.
Yeah.
If you know it's gonna clash, and I'm trying to see how that's gonna work. And then where
that don't have power on Fight TV, do you mind giving us a brief summary of what's going on with her?
Javon, go ahead. I'll let you talk about it.
So Thunder Rosa's in a feud somewhat with Camille.
Okay.
And Camille's talking to Thunder Rosa how like you're not here to help the NWA, you're not doing anything for the NWA. I'm here. Now, granted, she's the heel, right?
Right.
So she challenged her to a match, and it's like, I'll fight you. And Camille's like, okay, but if I beat you, no more AEW.
Ooh.
No more AEW for you. You got to come back here and beat NWA, which is weird because now you make an NWA seem like a demotion.
True.
Like, you make this seem like a mad demotion. Like, hey, bitch, I know you
Camille,
up right now, but guess what? You lose. You back down here with us.
But if Camille Brickhouse ends up going over to AEW for a little bit too, it could be like a swap.
But I don't think that's the play, though. I don't think that's the play because then it makes the whole point useless if you're sitting here having her complain about being in AEW, then you just turn around and have her go.
True.
That makes no sense. So,
oh yeah, you're right.
I'd be surprised to see if she loses. Like,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that's interesting. It is interesting though.
Right, and then meanwhile, at the same time, Thunder Rosa is either number 1 or number 2 for the AEW Championship. Number 2.
Right.
Britt is number 1. So she's number 2 for the AEW Championship, and it's also in line for NWA Women's Championship against Sarah Deeb. So
who's defending the title against our girl Stirred Up.
Yes. So look, it's about to be real interesting in the women's division. I hope Thunder Rosa doesn't go anywhere because she does so much for the division. We'll be in some trouble for real. But
I hope she leave. Let's go. Get her out of here.
Look, we still got Dick Me Down though. So like,
yes.
I'm gonna put my money on Britt Baker, DMD, Dick Me Down.
I don't know, bro. As long as Sheeta keeps on taking that Mega Man, you know what I mean?
Oh my God!
As long as she keeps playing that Mega Man 69, she might still be winning.
Yikes! Ooh, okay.
Well, okay. So tell me the happenings on SmackDown. Obviously, you know, Javon's handle today kind of foreludes to the main point of SD. But what happened?
Oh, SmackDown! It was a glorious 2 hours. So let's start at the top with, and I know I might catch some flack for this, but let's start at the top with the best story in wrestling over the past like 10 years.
Oh my God.
What is that story?
You know, hold on. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say this might be this is probably the best story WWE has told probably since maybe Daniel Bryan, maybe CM Punk.
Whew.
Yeah. And it's Roman Reigns, my tribal chief.
Okay. Right.
Oh man. This man comes out here, right? And you know, he talk his shit on Cesaro. He talks his shit like, yo, you good, but you can't be me. I fuck with that. He's like, yo, he asked this man, how can someone like Cesaro have the title with 0 universal title matches? Man, Fox don't want that shit. You right, Roman, they don't. They don't, Roman, you was right. You right on the money. So then he's about to go start talking about Jimmy, and then Jimmy say, nah. He come out, and let me tell you something. Vince couldn't have been there tonight because he came out there with that nobody's bitch t-shirt on. Like, who signed off on this? Bro, who signed Vince's name on this to sign off? Because I know he didn't see this shirt. Somebody lied to him.
Yo, wait a minute. Number one seller of all t-shirts. Straight up, like all week on Friday, it showed up number one seller of the week. Nobody's bitch. Right. You know the girls, hold on, Jamal, but the girls, you know, the girls, all the gays, those who don't know, we called the gays the girls. All the girls, they got that shirt. Then all the black women out there probably bought the shirt and don't even know about the goddamn wrestler. They're like, nah, this is in right now.
No, I'm gonna tell you, but you know what? Side note, so I'm watching SmackDown at work, right?
Right.
And I'm just chilling. These black girls come in and they hear wrestling, and immediately one walks over. It's like, is Roman Reigns on? Like, and she looked at, she was like, yes, there's my man, there's my baby. So black women love Roman Reigns.
The demo.
Just so y'all know.
he is getting the demo.
That is the demo that Roman's bringing in the demo. So y'all know. So Jimmy came out there, you know, they had their little spat. And then Roman was like, well, look, if you can beat Cesaro tonight, you can have SmackDown and you can defend the Universal title for me. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, big money. So Jimmy say, okay. And I just find that whole interaction like is crazy because now it's like Jimmy is what Jay was from the start of this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it's crazy. Like Jimmy brought up a point, was like, look, if we win the tag titles, we tribal chiefs too. And that kind of sparked something in Jay for a second until Roman looked at that nigga like, hey, don't get no ideas. And it's like, it's like I've been thinking about this whole thing, and it kind of dawned on me now how, like, you know how I get on Jay for losing? Mm-hmm. That's the plan. It hit me now. That is the plan. Roman don't want this dude winning. He can't have him winning. If Jay Uso out here winning and beating everybody, how they gonna make Roman look? He can't have Jay looking just as good as him. Nah, you gotta lose all the time, man. You the underling. So I love it. I love that dynamic, and I hope that eventually they get it together where then Jimmy can be tag champ, because I like to see that dynamic if they become tag champions and Jimmy still has a problem with Roman. Where would Jay go? You know?
True.
Right.
So,
and don't forget that brotherly bond that's gonna come into play. That they're twins. It's gonna come into play. Jay ain't gonna pick his cousin over his brother. But that's a whole nother storyline. If they really go that way.
But it really is. Because it's like, I like how Roman, when he talks about Jay to Jimmy, is always your brother. Your brother. He ain't my brother. That's your brother. That's your man's.
True.
But then we got to the main event of tonight, which really wasn't the main event. It should have been. But my baby, my baby mama,
Yes.
Sabina Snooker finally got a championship.
And them knees. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. For the knees.
And we got and the best part about it, y'all, Baszler didn't take the pin this time. Good job, Shayna. Because you lose every match.
They hate
every match.
They hate her. Straight up.
This time it won't you, it was Nia. So good job for you. I'm proud of you. Now I just hope they don't lose the belts right back in the rematch, because you know the rematch fucking coming.
True.
That shit probably coming Monday.
Not free up the girls. No.
That shit probably coming Monday. Like, oh, for real. Like, this shit probably coming Monday.
Look, free up the girls, man. Free up the girls.
Nah, because okay then. Because what's the other heel team then? Because now Natalya and Snook are kind of baby faces now. Who's the other heel team now? It ain't another heel tag team, because like the Riot Squad are baby faces, unless you're gonna give Carmella a partner. And I don't know what Dana Brooke and Mandy is. They just there.
The fall from grace, Mandy Rose, dude. Like, she had everything.
She had it all.
She had Otis.
And now look at her tagging with Dana Brooke.
That's terrible.
Fuck.
Let's see. Bianca and Bayley had a good interaction ahead of their match.
Right. Bayley was looking for Bianca. I'm sorry, Bianca was looking for Bayley, but she should have looked in them sleeves in that dress, and she would have found
her. Stop. Bayley, we got mean Bayley on this one, and Bayley was just like, look, like, when I see you out there with your stupid little ass ponytail, it reminds me of me. I feel like I'm looking at a mirror in the past. And I was like, damn, that's the realest shit she's ever said. Like, it's kind of now getting you an idea into her mind of why she don't like Bianca.
Mm-hmm.
She sees fun Bayley in her, and she's like, nah, we gotta kill that shit.
Yeah. I like how they
don't get you nowhere.
They leveled up on this storyline though. Bayley was probably she was for a long time. I didn't really give her no credit as a horsewoman, right? Now Bayley's like one of the top horsewomen. Like, you know, it's her and Charlotte that holds the same spot, in my opinion, because this character work that Bayley's doing is crazy, and she can wrestle.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a double. When people get mad at me and say, okay, we talk about Sasha, right? We talk shit. Sasha can wrestle, but her character development is nowhere near Bayley's. You know what I mean? She's not diverse enough. Like, Bayley has been a heel, and we loved her as a heel. We love her as a face. And if she went back to heel tomorrow, we would still love Bayley. Like, it's crazy what this girl is doing right now. She is almost like eclipsed by Sasha's popularity, because Sasha been in The Mandalorian, and Sasha's the face, you know, like, because Sasha has that crossover appeal. But when it comes down to wrestling, Bayley has it. Bayley, it's a Macho Man Hulk Hogan situation with Bayley and Sasha Banks, hands down. You know, because everybody knows Hogan. Everybody like Hogan, but Macho Man was the shit for real. And he did so many character changes and gimmick changes, and people like appreciated it. So I don't know. Bayley right now is one of my top female wrestlers in 2021.
Good.
They're about to come get you again. Okay, moving on. The views of Teron Bishop about Sasha Banks are his and his alone. They did not represent the full views of hardest part of the ring. Well, maybe Hollywood, but not me.
All I'm saying is I love Bayley, bro. I love Bayley. She's my favorite horsewoman. That's all I got to tell you.
I mean,
I love that. Okay, I love that ass.
Right, that's going too far, because Charlotte's my favorite horsewoman. Especially now she done got all fucking mean. I like that.
That's fine. Okay, cool. You know,
she's not a Karen. She's just a assertive white woman.
Yeah, right. Get her order wrong at Chipotle one time.
Wow. Not Chipotle. God damn.
That's the first white place. I don't imagine they got Taste out there. So or down there. So if she lived here in the 7-5, she'd go to every day.
Oh no, get her order wrong at Chipotle when she dates a Mexican man. Holy shit.
I didn't even think about that. My bad.
I see what you did there, Jake.
Oh, My heart is crushed right now. God damn.
Oh man.
My God.
Oh, that was so good, Jake. You didn't even know what you was doing. And it was real good.
Real.
Oh.
Let's see what else happened on Smack. Oh, they gave Apollo Crews some promo time. Pass.
Yes. What a waste.
You don't like his
Let's see.
accent?
What?
His accent.
Chadwick Boseman is fucking rolling over his grave right now.
Let's see.
He's going for the Solomon Vandy thing. Blood Diamond.
Don't stop. You're white. Stop trying to defend this.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
That's what they're trapping. They're trapping the white people in this. That's what it's like him.
The King Corbin beat Shinsuke.
That doesn't help anybody.
Who can't?
It don't. But the best part was him picking up the crown after the match, after he kicked Corbin after the match and putting the crown on his head. So hopefully this leads
King
to
of the Ring.
King of the Ring, or hell, just another match where he defends the crown and Shinsuke beats him and becomes king.
King Shinsuke, I'm about it.
And then let's see, Rey Mysterio beat Dolph Ziggler. Pass. Alice Black got another promo. Yay. Cesaro won his match. No. Yeah, Cesaro won his match after Roman interfered. And then Roman and Jimmy got into a fight, and then Cesaro just went buck wild on all of them and beat them all down.
True.
Here's the thing.
And that's SmackDown.
Here's the thing, right? Don't be mad. Cesaro is not a WWE champion.
Oh my God. All right, moving on.
No, I'm serious. I'm not even being an asshole. Think about it. He can't talk. He can just wrestle. And I enjoy his wrestling, but like we would dismiss Cesaro after the first 30 days. I guarantee it. Let him win that belt and watch how fast we turn on him. And I mean the people here. Watch how fast the hardest part of the ring turn on Cesaro.
Yeah, y'all would turn on him quick. Turncoats.
Javon will be right there too. I told y'all so. Like, I'm just saying something. Paul Heyman would be a good situation for Cesaro. Roman Reigns don't need Paul Heyman. He needed him in the beginning. But I think the story would be, and again, this is says tinfoil hat, Roman Reigns fires Paul Heyman. Just fires him. I don't need you anymore. You fucking with me. I'm good. I got my boys. Right?
Right.
Roman Reigns don't need nobody to talk for him. Clearly, we see that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and put Paul Heyman with Cesaro and watch what happened at that point. Cesaro needs Heyman.
We've been there, done that with him, though. It didn't work.
But it wasn't good, Javon. It was bad timing.
This is still bad timing. He's on the wrong show. He need to be on some Raw. I can buy him beating Bobby Lashley. Let him beat Bobby Lashley. He ain't beating no Roman Reigns. He on the wrong show.
Okay.
If he was on Raw, I think he has a way better shot because I can live with him beating Bobby Lashley. It wouldn't be no uproar over that shit.
True.
Him beating Roman, you know that ain't happening. You just go to Raw.
Yeah, okay. Better off. All right, well, let's go into it because we've kind of talked about it already. The Backlash obviously is tonight, so we'll quickly run through the card here. And I think we should start. We can actually just start with that match since we've already kind of gone into it because I don't think Cesaro is going to win. I think he's championship material, but I don't think he'll win tonight against Roman Reigns. I agree with Javon to a T that if he was on Raw going against Bobby, it'd be a much different situation. And unfortunately, he's going against Roman. So
Roman all the way, man.
Right. It is what it is. But before that, we have a lumberjack match between Damian Priest and The Miz. Do we care?
Yes, because it's Damian Priest. He wins.
Fair enough. I also think Priest will win.
Just fun fact. Do you know Priest was on the way to getting fired before that whole Bad Bunny thing showed up?
What?
He was on the outs.
What? I didn't hear that.
Yep.
It's all right. He now by SummerSlam he'd be WWE champion. Here we go.
My God. Okay.
Here we go. All right.
No, it's true. The rumors are out that they want to push him towards the title because they need some new blood in there. It's coming.
Matt Riddle's right there.
He's in a tag team.
Oh my God.
Along with Randy, along with AJ. They're in tag team.
Keith Lee right there.
In catering, where he can stay. It's Damien's time.
SmackDown tag team titles. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, versus the team of Dominic and Rey Mysterio.
Look, I don't care either way.
It's got to be the Mysterios.
Put it on the Mysterios, father-son moment. Father's there around the corner. I never knew my father, so we're gonna go ahead and move on.
Wow.
I thought it'd be the Mysterios until they start beating them in matches. And WWE logic shows that, guess what? When the title's on the line, then y'all lose.
True.
They cheat.
They lie, they cheat, they steal.
Yeah, so I guess I'll go the Dirty Dogs.
Okay. Also, are we fans of that name? I don't think we ever got confirmation.
No, we're not. No.
Yeah, good.
The Dirty Dogs? Absolutely not. That shit's disgusting. Like, sounds like
why
a
do they
dirty
have the
dick.
W in there?
Huh?
Why do they have the W in there?
Because they want to keep it real urban.
Yeah, I don't think that's getting them a to-go plate or anything like that. So
No, but I just the name's stupid. They're stupid. I'm done.
let me tell you what's not stupid. Rhea Ripley versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship.
Why is Charlotte Flair in that match? How did we get here again?
Because she's what y'all think John Cena is. Always just around.
You're right.
What?
Well, when in doubt, pick Charlotte Flair.
Right.
It's either got to be Rhea or Charlotte. Asuka ain't winning that belt. And
I'm mad they just jobbing out Oscar. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna give it to Rhea to be fair.
I too am gonna give it to Rhea Ripley.
I'm gonna give it to Charlotte. I've learned not to bet against that shit. I'm sorry. Like all this now, nah. She probably about to. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Charlotte.
Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Bianca.
I'm gonna go with Bianca as well. It's just too early. It's just too early. The WWE Championship, last match of the thing, triple threat match. Bobby Lashley defends versus Drew McIntyre and Braun.
Why is this happening again? I don't know. It's the easy way for Bobby Lashley to lose and still look strong.
So you're saying Bobby does not get pinned?
Nope.
Okay. So you think it'll take what? How many Claymores to beat Braun Strowman?
It's going to be a spear in the Claymore.
Okay.
Bobby's going to spear, Claymore or Hurt Lock into a Claymore, into a pin. And Drew's going to have the belt again. Do I agree with that? No. But, I mean, for storyline purposes, knowing Jinder Mahal's there, I do feel for some reason at SummerSlam, somehow, some way, Jinder Mahal versus Drew McIntyre is going to happen.
You just give me that like Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need it. I don't need it.
I'm going Bobby.
Okay.
I'm picking the black man. I'm gonna roll with him.
Right. We had the year of darkness. Now the fans are coming back in the building, Javon. I'm sorry. WWE is going to do their typical thing, and we're done. Like,
we still got a month, and I think they're gonna wait until the first show with fans to make it white again.
Oh my God.
Javon, it's kind of crazy though, because again, your prediction that fans will be in by next year, we have fast forwarded that shit. Like, we about to have fans in the building and touring is about to start. We're about to be busy again, gentlemen.
Shit.
Yeah, they're looking at what UFC's doing. They're like, well, fuck it. Same thing with AEW. They're like, UFC letting people in.
Right.
It was 17,000 last night. Like,
NBA is gonna start letting fans in for the playoffs.
yeah.
Here we go. Like, I love, gentlemen, I love that vacation. Like, you know, one short week, it was fun. Like, I mean, you know, now we're gonna have to get the crew all back together again, get who we can, and we got to start. Y'all can start hearing different voices again.
True, very true. We'll get CJ's takes on the women of WWE. And
Oh, yikes! We want to pass on that. This is birthday today. Happy birthday, C Money.
fair enough. Fair enough. Yes. Happy birthday to young CJ. Let's see here, and I think that's it. That wraps
Yo,
up.
what's our time? You don't have to edit this out. What's our time? Where we at?
Well, we started around like 11:30, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes. Hour and 30 minutes.
We got a couple. We got so behind on Monday Night Mailbox. I feel like we need to just answer a question or two.
You want to do just one?
What?
Javon, can we do a Monday Night Mailbox?
Okay.
Wow. In real life, in real time, on video for the folks.
Let's see what these fuckers have said.
Oh my god.
Not.
Oh.
It's Sunday.
Hmm?
It's Sunday. Why they gotta be fuckers?
Because you can be a fucker any day of the week.
Jake, this cheap ass camera is actually pretty nice, but we need to upgrade me so we can see me in 1080 instead of this 720. So we need to figure that out. People need to see my face in all its glory.
Oh, y'all just, you hate free things, don't you?
Wow.
No, what I hate is your eyebrows, is what I hate. Okay? Like,
hate whatever you want, but don't be mad because you got something for free.
Okay. We have a question here from Carlton in Danville.
Carlton.
first of all, is he fucking Booty Daddy's cousin? Because they all related in Dan. They all like look the same. They all look like for real.
To have fun with anyone.
They all look like for real. No joke. I'm being real serious.
With anyone. Are you claiming that they're all incest babies in Danville?
Well, let's just go ask Chris.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
His question is, my question is pretty simple. Could Retribution been saved? And if so, how? Like, was there a way that WWE could have turned it around, or were they doomed from the start? Seeing Ali back on main event and cutting those great promos on his Twitter disappoints me. I'm sure Javon has a way in mind. Thanks for the entertainment. I got to have a way.
Javon always has a way. Like, I like how they just default to you. Javon has the answer. The rest of y'all shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
Saving Retribution. Yes, it could have been saved.
Okay, Javon, we'll go ahead. Answer the question.
Okay. Retribution. How could we have saved this shit? Okay. First off, the bullshit in the beginning, I would have took that out. I think that's what killed it from the jump. It won't the stupid mask or the names. It's like having all these random people bouncing around, looking stupid, throwing bricks through windows and hitting the mat with a bat. That was stupid. Like,
true.
And then when you like literally you announced it on your Twitter on WWE.com like 2 days before. A bitch, you knew. It wasn't a surprise. This ain't no invasion. You let the people in. So that then right there killed it. Whatever. Like so I think what I would have done is I would have made Retribution more about NXT. You know what I'm saying? Because essentially you did just take 5 guys from NXT and bring them up. I would have made it more about NXT. And I wouldn't have had it be 5 people. I probably would have only had it be 3. Yeah, I would have it only be 3. And I would have it. Oh, it would have been Gargano, Ciampa, and Balor.
Ali would have been null and void at that point.
Yeah, I wouldn't have them part of it. Not in the beginning. I think I would have had them three as the beginning part of it. And I would have made it about NXT. I would have made it more so about a mission for them to, let's say, get retribution for the people who've been called up and misused. That's what this should have been about. And it should have been about NXT standing up for themselves and making it seem like we're the major brand of WWE. And you could have just built this completely around people in WWE, whether it's on the main roster, who's actually been in NXT. So you don't have to include everybody else. Just the people who's really been in NXT. And you can even have them where it's like some of them turn on them and turn on the main roster, come back to NXT or whatever. And I would have had it go on until, and you can do it until Survivor Series. And you just have to blow off at Survivor Series. Do like 5 matches at Survivor Series, NXT versus main roster, you know, and then whoever wins, wins. I would have the main roster wins because, you know, you can't have the main roster keep losing to NXT. Fuck all that. Nah. But then eventually you can have, but then eventually you can do like they let NXT get their win back, do War Games in NXT. And they can get their win back. Like, but yeah, like, and there's like many twists and turns you can have in it, but that's basically what it should have been. It should have been like a group of NXT, just have NXT trying to get retribution over the main roster. You could even have them turn on Triple H if you wanted to. I would, because you can have them turn on Triple H, be like, look, you ain't protect us, motherfucker. You got power. How the hell you sat back and allowed this to happen? We supposed to be yours. And you let us get to the main roster, and you let your daddy fuck us over. Well, fuck you too. Beat your ass too. And that's how you go. Yeah. And this will give a shine to a lot of guys like Andrade when he was there, Chad Gable, Otis,
Bo Dallas.
Yeah, like bring him. You can use him. Like all these guys has been in NXT and get to the main roster.
Would you have Big E Langston in there too, or no?
Not the ones with success because it doesn't.
No,
but I would use the
ones. I keep him aligned. I keep him separate with the New Day. Well, you know what? No. Yeah, I would, because the whole message then you want the main roster to be is telling is that we're not bad. Right. The main roster ain't bad. You want them. You want some NXT guys who are going to defend the main roster. And Big E should be one of them. Like him, Rollins, Reigns, Kevin Owens,
Riddle,
maybe. Yeah, like guys like that. You know, you should have certain people defending the main roster. And some who should just feel disgruntled and just be like, well, fuck the main roster. I was better off in NXT.
Like Nakamura.
Right. Yeah.
And it gives you a chance to reset things in that moment too.
Right.
Like its own little civil war within WWE.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that would be dope. Damn, Javon. That's why we call you the professor.
I tried. I think it's the alcohol.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you joining us on this Sunday. Hopefully it gets posted today, so it makes sense that I said Sunday.
Oh, it's just gonna go right to YouTube. So, yeah.
Oh wow, we're going on YouTube. I'm happy I did my hair this morning. So
it's not dry yet, so it's fine.
Right. So as always, you can follow us at.
So obviously you're watching this on YouTube, right? So take a quick little click over to the subscribe and like this video, of course. But you can also find all of our podcasts. We try to do them weekly. We are promising to get back to the weekly Thursdays starting this upcoming Thursday. And you can find all that on anywhere you can find streamable podcasts, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, you name it, we're there. Same thing with TikTok. Check us out there. Check us out on Facebook. All of our social medias at The Hardest Part of the Ring on Facebook, at The Hardest Part of the Ring with an underscore on Instagram, and of course The Hardest _pod on Twitter. You can chat with Javon or myself. And as well, you know, if you didn't get a chance to take a look at it, take a look at Sean Moore's interview that we posted up last week. it was very fun. We're hoping to have him back and have a bunch of our a bunch of new faces come on soon. So
And we're still looking for move names. We're gonna refresh that this week. We're still looking for move names from
yeah,
Mr. Sean Moore.
we got a handful of them so far, so we're looking for some more. Really hoping to get that stuff for him before we have him back on the show. So, like I said, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all on Thursday.